Okay, we're one round down of the European competitions. Apart from the Euro 2024 final, which worked as a nice intermission between the headline act of the first qualifying rounds of domestic competition. Did football come home? It was coming, but it got off one stop too early, so had to walk the rest of the way. Anyway, onto the real football, and B36 played Latvian side Auda, whose manager Zoran Živković was manager of Olimpija Ljubljana last season when they lost 3-0 to Klaksvík. This time though, he was on the other side of a 3-0 win. The Latvians won 2-0 at home in the first leg, leaving B36 with a lot to do, and a 1-0 win in Tórshavn ended all hopes of a B36 comeback. Auda returned to Regal Riga re-galvanised by their progress, while B36's European journey ends for another year. Paul Klaksvík is having a breakout season at Víkingur Gøta and put them ahead in the first leg against the other Latvian opponents, Liepāja, before the man with 50 caps for Montenegro, Marko Simic, evened out the first leg, which finished 1-1. But back on home AstroTurf, Víkingur ran out 2-0 winners in the second leg, with Klaksvík putting them ahead again and Finnur Justinason wrapping up the tie. Also, a lovely little factoid, in both legs a father and son were on the pitch for Víkingur. 42-year-old centre-back Atli Gregersen was joined on the pitch by his 18-year-old son in midfield, Arni Atlason. Over to Klaksvík, and Arne Frederiksberg loves scoring in the Champions League. He scored 6 last season and already has 2 to his name this season, as Klaksvík won their first leg against Luxembourg side FC Differdange 2-0. In the second leg, Klaksvík were under siege as Differdange posted 20 shots to try and fight back, but in true first qualifying round style, they failed to score a single one. It finished 0-0 on the night and 2-0 on aggregate, which means Klaksvík go through to the second qualifying round of the Champions League, and they have an exciting reward for their win: a trip to 23-time Swedish champions and 1-time Champions League runners-up Malmö. Yes, way back in 1979, 1 year before the Empire struck back, Malmö got to the final of what was then called the European Cup, where they were beaten by Nottingham Forest. Klaksvík beat Swedish side Häcken at this stage last year. How will they fare against Malmö? So, despite B36 being knocked out, we still have 3 Faroese teams in the second round of European qualifying. HB enter the cup at this stage against Hajduk Split in the Conference League, and Víkingur travel to Belgium for the first time to play Ghent. With Klaksvík taking on Malmö, it looks like 3 very tricky but exciting games for our lads. If Klaksvík lose, they'll drop into the Europa League third qualifying round, so their run does not end whatever happens. We'll know by the end of July. Thank you for tuning in, that's your update, see you next time.